Welcome back to another video of Guild Wars 1 in 2024. Here we are playing as a Soul Leech Necromancer. So Soul Leech is an elite hex spell in which for 10 seconds, target foe, whenever they cast a spell, I will steal 84 health from them. So it's not a skill that I normally play with, but it works very well. You can cast this on healers or on damage casters, and every time they cast a spell, you'll get 84 health. So I'm pairing this with some other skills in my skill bar, Barb Signet and Oppressive Gaze. It's a great way to spread 3 conditions very easily. Then I have Life Siphon for some additional kind of degeneration and also helping to keep my health up. I have Signet of Lost Souls for some energy and health gain. Mark of Subversion, which is a great skill to cast on healers. It will not allow them to cast a healing spell, and they'll take 97 damage at the 16 blood magic that I'm currently running. The downside is that it is 10 energy and that it has a 30-second recharge, so you have to use it a little bit sparingly. I also have Defile Flesh, so whenever someone who's hexed with that gets healed, they'll only take 2/3 benefit. And then I also have Rip Enchantment. So this is a very balanced, very fun skill bar to run. You know, I have a little bit in Curses, just so I can run those last 2 skills, number 7 and number 8. But mostly, you know, 16 in Blood Magic. Then I think I have 12 with the runes that I have on for Soul Reaping. In this game, there were lots of casters, so it did allow me to use, you know, Soul Leech pretty effectively. You can see I'm going to go and use it on this Healing Necromancer, who's running as a Ritualist. And honestly, too, even with the melee that their team has, I think they have a Paragon and a Dervish this game, I can spread weakness if I can use Oppressive Gaze on them. Now, Oppressive Gaze will only activate if they're already suffering from a condition. That's why I usually use Barb Signet first. Or I can rip an enchantment to also inflict bleeding with skill number 8, and then use Oppressive Gaze. But usually there's other teammates that will also spread conditions, so it's not really ever an issue. So with their team already this close to our green gate, I decide to repair this purple gate here. Of course, you could also give it to Master Architect Gunther to raise God's Vengeance a little bit. But as you can see, they're pressing forward strong. Here I decide to put some weakness on this Paragon. Defile Flesh, so when his monk heals him, he won't get as much of a benefit. And some nice interrupts by the Mesmer on their team. That Defile Flesh will really hurt that monk. And a nice daze by that Paragon. That's the thing about Soul Leech, is if it does not get triggered by your 40/40 casting set, it does take, I think, 2 seconds to cast, so it is easier for targets to interrupt. See there too, it's whenever they cast a spell, so even if he's trying to interrupt me, if he has Soul Leech on him, he'll take that 84 damage and then I'll actually gain that health. So I kind of switch off between casting Soul Leech on their healers or on their damage casters. I have to determine what's right in that moment. There we go, a very timely mark of subversion there. And now we'll be able to take down this siege turtle. Life Siphon also works as a pretty good cover hex, since the monks will likely want to remove Soul Leech or Defile Flesh. Life Siphon is good to cast afterwards. That way if they only have a skill that removes one hex, it'll remove Life Siphon. Now their monk on their team appears to be running Deny Hexes, so that's pretty good. But cover hexes are a great way to cover those key hexes that you're trying to make endure. Now I decided to try to press forward and kill the siege turtle. Since their monk is down, really got to attack that siege turtle right away before he spawns and is able to come back and heal him. Looks like at this point it could be a pretty close game. As you can see, their siege turtles are coming in and shooting their attacks. Our gatekeepers are under attack. So overall, this is a very close game. You know, they do have two healers. We have healing as well. So kind of a balance on both teams. And so far, a good match. Luckily, we do have some teammates outside distracting those siege turtles. Otherwise, they can take down our gatekeepers and all of us inside this green gate very quickly. Overall, a very close game, but ultimately we do win. So thanks for watching, cheers, and stay tuned for more content.